in the scenarios where you have some lead time, right? Where if you're being observant, you can kind of see the writing on the wall
Mhm.
as to the direction that things are going. Do you guys have, or have you had, or how would you handle having end of life conversations with your parents,
Is it with the parents or with the spouse?
with the parents?
Parents.
So if it's your parents, I think there's a different approach.
Yeah.
If it's your wife's parent, then you got to have that conversation with the spouse.
Well, you got to have it with the spouse first, but then you guys still have to have it with the parents.
Right.
So I want to know how it goes with the parents.
Right. Well, you know what's funny though? Interestingly
Go ahead.
enough, my dad, who's still alive, this was like, I want to say several years ago, already had started making preparations for end of life. You know, already has his burial plot, already has his will in order, already has his estate in order. My sister is actually the executor of the estate. And so that's something that he's already prepared his children for, in
Mm-hmm.
terms of saying, okay, this is what's going to happen when I die.
Mhm.
This is who's going to be doing this, that, and the other. This, you're going to get this, you're going to get that when I die. And so that's something it's already been a conversation. And as
So he kind of initiated that himself.
he did very much so.
Now, when your mom passed, was that more of a quick thing, or was it kind of slow moving?
It was actually a quick thing. It was
Okay,
actually a quick thing.
so
We were around.
yeah, but we don't necessarily know what her health conditions were.
Yeah.
So
dementia, right? Wasn't she?
Well, it was a dementia. It was the urinary tract infection that had happened, but it was some
Right.
other things that was happening along with it as well.
right. So, but so her deterioration was relatively quick though.
It was.
So
She
there
was
really
treated
wasn't a
for
whole lot of
ENFJ.
time to kind of consider and think
Right.
about. Terrell, how about you?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, he hit the nail on the head. It was my mom prepared, you know, for like for years, right? Like she had bought her plot already.
Mhm.
She had, or that was the culture, right? That was that generation. You know, that was their mindset. You know, from what I can attest to is that okay. You know, I'm not gonna have nobody fighting over me when I'm gone, and this little stuff I got or whatever. I don't care about all this. She prepared. She already had the funeral plan set up. I just needed to go. No, she even gave me the phone number, which wasn't in service at the time, but even knew who to. You know, she was going to handle her body and all the arrangements, and we was going to fly the body to St. Louis. All of those things were taken care of.
Mhm.
Sabrina's parents, different. You know, it
Okay.
was a different situation with them, and it happened. You know, sort of like Pastor Adam. It just went so quickly. We went from the beginning of December to thinking, oh, it's just minor health issues or whatever, you know, and just rapidly just gone, right?
Mhm.
And so, but it wasn't as much preparation. So I think that it's a cultural thing. It's I want to go there. It's financial, fiscal, you know,
Yeah, yeah. It definitely has financial and fiscal
it's a
implications.
how do you manage, right? I think it's how do you manage your life in terms of as an individual,
Right.
and how that becomes a burden for others. And I think that it's one of those things where I think we all need to adopt individually,
Mhm.
as we are parents,
Yeah.
you know, life insurance and end of life, you know, preparations, because not because our kids can't handle it, but
But
because it is a heavy burden,
right.
and it is something that I think that if we there's people that have the mentality that I'm not leaving my kids anything. I'm not, you know, I'm spending
That's
every
me.
dime that I have,
You said when now?
right?
That's me.
That's me too.
No,
They gonna
y'all
lie.
terrible. The
I'm
Bible,
just,
that's not biblical. The
I'm
Bible
just
says y'all
joking.
supposed to. A wise man leaves his children's children. You know, but
Yeah.
anyway, so we're not gonna go there. But anyway, and I think that's part of it, right? Is culturally, and where you are financially. And I think that has a lot to do with it. But you know, for my parents, or for my mom, she was prepared, and for my in-laws, we had convinced them like 5 years ago to buy a policy. And so it was small, but it was just enough to take care of everything or whatever. And whatever. The point is there was some preparation there, but it was more so initiated by us, our conversation with them and them buying into it, as opposed to there's certain situations where no one was prepared. And then you got the GoFundMe thing going on.
Right.
And
You definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah, as I heard the preacher say, we got to sell chicken dinners to bury you now.
no chicken dinner.
that's
You
never
said
good.
we're not selling no chicken
That's
dinners
never
to
good.
bury nobody.
So
And we don't think far
Terrible.
enough ahead in the future to be able to prepare those that we love for the inevitability of our death. Everybody's going to die.
the death rate is 1 per person.
It's everybody's going to die. The reality is, how is your family, how are your loved ones going to be prepared for that? It's going to happen. And so it's incumbent upon us who are aware of this reality to make preparations for that, not leave it to the last minute to our children who are literally crying their eyes out because we're gone now. Why would you do that to your family?
Yeah. What speaks to what we talked about is a different topic, but your behavior in every day needs to project what you desire to have and desire to have in place. That's a behavior, right? And so, none of us knows the time of the hour, the day of the hour. None of us knows. And so it's like you gotta live in such a way to prepare, right? And I think for me that's what's important. That's an important message that we need to have to have.
Hey guys, it's Pastor John here. Please, if you like this video that you just saw, hit that like button for us. Second thing I want to ask you to do is to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're putting out videos once a day at about 5:30 p.m. Hit that bell notification so that you'll know when a new video has been uploaded. And then the final thing to do, share this video, share this information. If you know somebody that has a need that it can be benefited by it, please put it out in circulation so that we can try to help as many people as possible. Thanks, and God bless.